Today I'm going to discuss on how to create a program in Python that will generate randomly strong passwords. So basically it's a strong password generator program, and here I have already created an file pass generator in which we are going to write our program. So in order a password to be strong, it must follow two criteria. First one is that it must contain at least a character from digit, from lowercase, from uppercase letter, and from symbols. And second condition is that it must have a larger length. So these two conditions must be followed by a password for it to be a strong password. To create a program which will generate a strong password, first of all we need to get all these characters in this category, and to do so we can either create a list of all digits manually, like creating a list containing all the digits in string form, and similarly for lowercase letter and uppercase letter and symbols, but this process is a bit time consuming. So instead of doing this, we can use a module name string. To import string module, use import string, and now inside our digit variable we can just use string module and its digits function. Now this will create a string name digit containing all the digits 0 to 9. Let's have a look on it. Yeah, here we can see digits give us a string containing all the digits from 0 to 9. So for now let's remove it and create string of lowercase letters, name it lowercase, and we have a method name ascii lowercase for getting all the lowercase strings, and similar to this we have a method upper ascii for getting all the characters of uppercase letters. Now to use symbols, just use string dot, and punctuation is the method name for getting all the symbols. Till now what we have done is imported string module, and with the help of string module we have stored all the digits value in digit variable and all the lowercase letters in this lowercase variable, and so on for uppercase and symbols. And now before generating a password, let's create a temporary password. I'm giving it a name of temp. Now this is an empty string variable, and so our first condition for a strong password was that it must contain at least one character from all of these. To follow this condition we will manually just add or concatenate any one character from all of these, and to choosing a random character you can use a random module. To use random module we first need to import it. Now we have a method named choice in random module which will choose any single character from our given variable. So here our variable name is digit. Now what this line will do is it will add a random digit from 0 to 9 to our temporary password. So we need to do it for all these remaining three also. So let me just copy and paste it and change it for to lowercase for adding a lowercase letter and uppercase, and lastly we have symbols. So now we have created a temporary password named temp of length 4 containing one character from all of these. Now, so our first criteria for password is fulfilled. It must have a larger length. So to get length, let's ask the length from user and store it in a variable named length. To ask it from user, we will just use int input and enter the message you want to show. Here just write enter the password length. Now user will give us a length for password which he or she required, and now we can see here our password must at least contain a length of 4 to fulfill our first condition. If a user gives a length lesser than 4, then we will give it some message like please enter length of greater than or equal to 4. So to check that, we can use if else statement, and if length less than 4, then just simply show a message that length must be greater than or equal to 4. And if length is already greater than or equal to 4, then we will just give the user randomly generated strong password. To add more characters in our password, we can use for loop for I in range and length minus 4. We are subtracting 4 from total length because we are already taken 4 characters in our temporary password. We just need to add remaining ones to our password. So to add more characters in our password, we can now use a choice from any of these strings. So let's just create a variable which contains all of these characters and name it. I'm naming it total, and for a combination I'm just adding all these string variables into a single variable. Now total contains this total variable contains all the string containing digits, lowercase letter, uppercase letter, and symbol. Now to increase the length of our password, I'll just randomly choose one character. So to do it, just add a random character from total variable. This will generate a temporary string of password for given length. Now we can see here that every time we run this code, our password will contain its first character as a digit and then a lowercase and so on. We don't want it to generate a password in this defined manner. So what we can do is we can shuffle the characters in from our temporary password and then generate our main password from it. And for shuffling, first of all we need to convert this temporary string variable into a list, and so this will convert our temporary string variable into a list. And now we can apply a random shuffle method on temp, and now our temp will contain shuffled characters, so there will be no predefined manner for our password. And to convert this shuffled list of characters into our main password, we can just create a empty string variable password and add every character of our temp to password. Now we have got a password string containing our required strong password, and we can simply print it to show our generated password. So that's it for our program now. So let's run it. It's asking for a length. I'm giving it a length of 10. So it generates me a password of 10 characters. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. And now check whether it following our criteria for strong password. So it contains at least one digit, it contains a lowercase letter and uppercase letter, and at least a symbol. So first condition is fulfilled, and it also have a length greater than equal to 4. So this program is working fine. Now let me check for length lesser than 4. So it gives us a message that length must be greater than or equal to 4. So we can see it's working just fine. Let's try to generate some more passwords of some random length, and we can see it's working just fine and giving us some very strong randomly generated password, which are not in predefined manner also. Like here first letter is capital, here it's lower, here it's symbol. So yeah, that's it for our program. It's working fine. Now let me give you a quick summary about what we have done so far. So first of all, we imported a string module and a random module, and we use this string module to generate string variables containing all digits or lowercase letters, uppercase letters, and symbols using these string methods. And after that, here we have generated a total named variable which contains all the characters of these digits, lowercase letter, uppercase letter, and symbols. After that, we have created a temporary string variable which is empty initially, and now to fulfill our first condition of containing at least one character from all of these, we have manually added one character from all of these with the help of choice method from random module. And here our length of temporary password has already become 4, and now we are asking the user to give us a length for password. And now after that we are checking whether the length is less than 4 or greater and equal. So if user gives us a length less than 4, then we'll just simply tell the user that length must be greater than or equal to 4. And if it is greater than or equal to 4, then we will just simply uh, work on our password. And we have already added 4 characters in our temporary password, so the remaining length of password characters will be added into our temporary variable using this for loop. And now our choice will be from this list containing all of these character, not from just single string. So after creating a temporary password which is equal to the given length, first of all we created a list from our password, and after that we shuffled our password. And to store it in a string, we have created a password string variable, and we have added every character of temp in our password string. And after that we just printed the password. So this was everything about our program for generating strong passwords. Now I hope you understood it, and do comment if you have any doubts in the comment section. and please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.